Vice President affirms commitment to rescue abducted MAGA school students. Federal government engages media, sets agenda to end insecurity, says Nigerians have rights to their religious obligations. Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency releases new water contamination findings, calls for immediate action. Hello and welcome to the late night news at 11 on NTA News 24, live from Abuja. I am Vivian Izadifi. Following the recent abduction of students from Government Day Comprehensive Secondary School, MAGA in Kebbi State, the federal government has assured Nigerians of its steadfast commitment to securing the safe return of the abducted students. Vice President Kashim Shettima, who led a high-level delegation to express solidarity with the Kebbi State government and people, described the incident as both heartbreaking and unacceptable. Correspondent Abdul Jalil Mohammed Bawa reports.
As the nation continues to grapple with the abduction of MAGA schoolgirls, expectations are mounting both nationally and internationally for their safe rescue. Vice President Kashim Shettima, while delivering President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's message, reaffirmed that no effort will be spared in tracking down the perpetrators and ensuring the students are safely returned. He commended the Kebbi State government for its support and disclosed that all relevant security agencies had been mobilized working round the clock under a coordinated national response strategy to guarantee the students' safe release.
He has sent me to assure you that this is not a moment for politics. Discipline transcends party lines, geography, and identity. This is a time for unity.
Governor Nasir Idris, while receiving the vice president, said the state government is fully collaborating with security operatives and providing all necessary support to facilitate the search and rescue operation.
I thank Mr. President, to the vice president, to assure the parents to ensure the release.
Apologies for that. Moving on now, no state religion has been adopted as the national religion, and Nigerians have the right to carry out their religious obligations. Secretary to the government of the Federation, George Akume, made this comment during a briefing with editors of media outfits in his office. Shehu Muhammad Dati reports.
The motivation remains primarily economic deterministic rather than religious. Across Nigeria, Christians and Muslims have been equally victimized. No credible international organization has ever classified this crisis as a genocide against Christians or any group.
The briefing addressed the challenges of insecurity and its multifaceted manifestation in Nigeria. The SGF enumerated the root causes, which include economic incentives and illegal mining, cattle rustling, and quest for territorial control, which made the battle against outlaws a persistent face-off in Nigeria.
The current misrepresentation of the crisis as genocide against Christians fuels dangerous religious tensions and burdens extremists and criminal factions seeking to exploit sectarian narratives, create diplomatic friction based on inaccurate interpretations, and undermines Nigeria's long-standing effort to build constructive international security partnerships.
Responding to the religious coloration being given to the attacks, the SGF emphasized that terrorists carry out their heinous acts irrespective of religion, affirming that both Christians and Muslims have been victims. He called for collaboration to counter all forms of security threats in the country. In Abuja, Shehu Muhammad Dati, NTA News.
The federal government is reassuring Nigerians and the international community that the nation's security architecture has been given marching order to rescue alive all kidnapped victims, particularly the recent in Kebbi and Kwara states. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, at a press briefing warned against the categorization of criminality along religion or tribe is counterproductive. Saliu Abdullahi Wanara reports.
The emerging security in Nigeria that is receiving dynamic approach is equally generating a growing concern from both the local and international community. The government chief spokesman reminded Nigerians to support ongoing efforts by being patriotic in unity in fighting the common enemy.
The federal government of Nigeria notes with growing concern the divisive and narrow rhetoric seeking to frame the nation's security challenges along sectarian terms. The government of Nigeria categorically refutes any characterization of this situation along religious lines. Such claims are not only factually inaccurate, but are also dangerously counterproductive to the national unity required to overcome our shared challenges. Nigeria's security landscape is a complex one, and it deals with a combination of many factors, among them terrorism, banditry, and criminality. All of them are coming together to make Nigeria look as if it is not a safe place to live in. These forces of evil do not discriminate by faith. They target the very fabric of our nation.
He reassured that federal government is deploying all resources to win the battle.
The international community, including respected global religious leaders, acknowledge the complex socio-economic political roots of the conflict rather than a simplistic sectarian narrative. The position of the federal government of Nigeria remains unequivocal. Nigeria is a multi-faith country where the freedom of worship is constitutionally guaranteed and must be upheld by everyone. At this critical time, it is imperative for all Nigerians to stand as one. We must reject misinformation and division.
The prompt response and deployment order of the president, he said, has shown practical commitment to the battle against criminality in Abuja. Salihu Abdullahi Gwanara, NTA News.
The National Assembly is considering creating another body to be saddled with the mandate of conducting local government councils election in the country. The Joint Committee on Electoral Matters at a round table says it is crossing the T's and dotting the I's. In the Electoral Act, Repeal and Reenact Bill 2025, which seeks to transform the electoral process for efficiency. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali reports.
For over a year now, the Senate and House of Representatives Joint Committee on Electoral Matters, in an effort to bridge identified gaps in Nigeria's electoral system, embarked on a series of stakeholder engagements to restore trust and build confidence.
Reviewing and amending the Electoral Act to go in conformity with the Constitution.
This technical meeting, which continued behind closed doors, is to conduct a final check on the proposed areas of amendments before presentation of the bill in both chambers for passage and subsequent transmission to the President for assent. The chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Joash Amupiton, was also in attendance.
Electoral amendments that sometimes will come up so as to be able to look at the mistakes of the past and be able to put things in a proper perspective so that we'll have a better election.
It is an opportunity to demonstrate our commitment to the rule of law, to fairness, and to a level playing field for all political actors. Let us be guided by the fundamental goal of ensuring that our electoral system is free from manipulation, fraud, and undue influence.
There was also the issue of replacement of voters card and whether a downloadable voters card was possible.
Nigerians are expecting, because they believe good governance starts with good elections, and good elections start with good electoral heart, and that's why we all have to put hands on deck.
The Joint Committee hopes the proposed amendments, such as concluding all litigation before swearing in and other changes to the election timeline, would enhance the process. Lami Ali, NTA News.
The National Assembly considering creating another body to be saddled with the mandate of... I beg your pardon, I'll take that again. The House of Representatives has resolved to interface with the leadership of the Senate to accelerate concurrence on the Nigerian Police Force Pension Board Establishment Bill already passed by the House. This followed a motion of urgent public importance on the floor, calling attention to persistent protests by police retirees at the entrance of Parliament. National Assembly correspondent Mitaire Iben has more.
For 2 months running, police retirees have protested at the entrance to the National Assembly, drawing attention to delayed pension arrears and gratuities, as well as a desire to leave the contributory pension scheme for a standalone police pension board.
The House of Representatives has passed our bill since October 15 and forwarded same to Senate. Till date, Senate has not done anything over that bill.
From the look of things, the way and manner they are handling our issue of a contributory pension scheme, we don't actually want a situation where they will continue to take us for granted.
Their plight was presented on the floor of the House.
The House is concerned that the morale of serving police personnel have been adversely affected by the plight of retired colleagues, a situation that brings embarrassment to the nation and call for urgent parliamentary intervention.
We have done all the needful on that bill. We have amended it.
They are not there because of the House of Representatives. They are there because of the Senate, because the House of Reps has done the needful.
Since we have treated the issue here comprehensively and it has been transmitted to the Senate, on the issue we are done with it.
The House leadership promised to interface with the Senate to fast-track the Nigerian Police Force Pension Board Establishment Bill within 4 weeks. In another resolution, the House directed its committees on narcotics, human rights and public safety to investigate alleged unlawful operations by NDLEA officials in Okuje, Owan West local government area of Edo State.
Alleging the harassment, intimidation, destruction of property and sporadic shootings that led to the murder of a 16-year-old Emmanuel Monday George, a school leaver, right in the family's sitting room. The Speaker, we are aware that the constitutional mandate of the NDLEA is to combat drug trafficking and abuse and to operate within the confines of the law and not to run riot on the peace-loving people of any given community.
Following the news of the death of Senator Oke Ezia from Enugu State, the House adjourned plenary till Tuesday next week in honor of the departed lawmaker. From the National Assembly, Mitaire Ikben, NTA News.
This is the late night news at 11 on NTA News 24. We'll take a break now. More reports shortly.
Furniture's legendary final sale of the year is here. This festive season, enjoy extra savings on luxury and comfortable sofa sets, modern and functional dining sets, sophisticated and smart bed sets, and our royal collections. Classy, premium, and truly exclusive. Shop 10 million Naira and receive a complimentary Daisy tea set. Spend 15 million and take home a 65-inch smart TV. Go higher at 20 million and experience unmatched comfort with our exclusive massage chair. Visit our showrooms in Abuja, Lagos, Kano, and Enugu, or shop online. It's big, it's bold, it's unforgettable. It's Baffy Furniture's legendary final sale of the year.
And the National Productivity Order of Merit Award goes to... The only tomato tomato paste manufacturer to win the National Productivity Order of Merit Award by the Federal Government of Nigeria, endorsed by the Association of Private Medical Practitioners of Nigeria. This is an evidence of 100% natural goodness, great quality and great taste. So eat healthy to live longer. Use Arisco tomato paste and products. 100% natural tomato. Better food na correct. Buy now and enjoy up to 20% discount. Arisco tomato paste, the taste of Nigeria.
This is NTA News 24.
Welcome back. The Federal High Court Abuja Division has convicted and sentenced one of the leaders of Islamic State West Africa Province, ISWAP, Husseini Ismaila, to 20 years imprisonment. Justice Emeka Nwite gave the order in a summary judgment after Ismaila A.K. May Tangaran pleaded guilty to a 4-count terrorism charge brought against him by the Department of State Services for alleged terrorism during the arraignment. The prosecution told the court that Ismaila was the coordinator of the 2012 attacks on police headquarters in Bompai, Kano State, Mobile Police Base, Kabuka Road, Kano State, Farm Center Police Station, Kano State, and Wanuku Police Station, Kano State, among other places in which many were injured. The trial suffered delays resulting from appeals and the conduct of a trial within trial to ascertain the voluntariness of the defendant's extrajudicial statements. When trial eventually opened, the prosecution called 5 witnesses, including 2 DSS officials and 2 eyewitnesses to some of the attacks. Ismaila, who had earlier pleaded not guilty during his arraignment, changed his plea to guilty after the testimony of the 5th prosecution witness. African leaders are being urged to prioritize policies and programs that align with the African Union Agenda 2063, which calls for accelerated efforts towards achieving full gender equality across all sectors and the complete elimination of violence and discrimination against women. At the 2025 African Women Conference in Accra, Ghana, gender advocates are reinforcing these demands, emphasizing the need for stronger protection for children, particularly the girl child, and a renewed commitment to safeguarding their rights. Oluseyi Adiabo reports.
According to data from the International Trade Union Confederation, Africa, women make up more than half of Africa's population, only about 24% of the parliamentary seats, and a similar 24% of managerial positions. This persistent and troubling disparity continues to drive global debate. It is once again in focus at the 2025 Africa Women Conference in Accra, Ghana, where activists for women's and girls' rights from across the region are pushing conversations on inclusive governance.
Our gathering here is a testament that achieving gender equality remains a shared goal and a continental priority. This year's theme, Legacy Meets Innovation, reminds us that the work of African women has always been the invincible engine pioneering our nations. And in this era of technology and creativity, we must boldly chart a new direction and amplify our impact.
As we convene in Accra, let us recognize that African women today stand at the intersection of legacy and innovation, shaping economies, leading enterprise, and transforming societies.
Participants are applauding ongoing efforts to amplify gender inclusivity across African countries, while also charting new pathways for greater impact.
The reason why we don't have good water, good schools and hospitals, because women are not in the right place to make the rightful decisions that will benefit the child, the vulnerable.
I've just been informed this morning that the Nigerian
legislature is considering a bill before it to protect and reserve some seats for women. This is exactly what the AU Agenda 2063 enshrines.
The girls are not gone, but we are calling upon others not to be scared, not to retreat, and no surrender. Nigerian sovereignty must be secured, and the girl child must be encouraged to be in school, must be secured to be in school, and must be given her rightful place.
A key moment during the opening session was a shared commitment by delegates to intensify efforts towards women's empowerment and strengthening protection for the rights of the girl child. From Accra in Ghana, Olusheye Adiagbo, NTA News.
The need for prompt action from relevant ministries, emergency agencies and state governments to mitigate the risks of rising trend in water pollution and contamination in some parts of the country has been re-echoed by the Nigerian Hydrological Services Agency. Aliko Manacharua reports that the agency revealed this during a press briefing in Abuja.
Addressing journalists, Director General of Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency, NISA, disclosed that latest nationwide hydrological assessments revealed worrisome evidence of chemical pollutants, pathogenic microorganisms, and heavy metal deposits in key water bodies. The contamination, he observed, is largely driven by industrial discharge, agricultural runoffs, poorly managed waste dumps, and flooding incidents that have continued to introduce harmful substances into water systems.
Through continuous observation, hydrological monitoring, field measurements, satellite monitoring, and climate analysis, we provide early warnings that enable communities, governments, and emergency responders to prepare for floods, droughts, and other water risks.
The agency emphasized that while some states have made progress in water treatment and environmental protection, more coordinated efforts among federal, state, and local authorities is required.
The DG has introduced what we call flood insurance scheme, so that we, the agency, can give them some kind of financial assistance to ameliorate their losses.
Other international bodies like the UN SPIDER, the UK Met Office, the WMO, we take action before the floods occur.
Announcing plans to intensify monitoring activities, the agency stressed the need for increased public awareness creation on safe water practices. In Abuja, Alika Okwanachi, Arua, NTA News.
Civil society organizations in Kogi State have called for more transparency in the administration of local government funds in the state to give bite to the spirit of local government autonomy. At a press briefing in Abuja, the group led by the Igala Youth Council said despite the huge funds accruing to the respective councils, nothing much in terms of development is taking place and called on relevant government bodies, including the National Assembly, to look into the matter, stressing that full local government autonomy is not a privilege but a constitutional right.
If you go to our local government today, our local government are looking like Sambisa Forest, most of our local governments, because nothing good is really happening. All of this money accrues to these various local government. The monies are there, but they...
Apologies for that. Passengers that will be traveling during the festive season will begin to travel safer, smoother, and more rewarding for passengers and drivers alike. This is as Peace Mass Transit is redefining interstate travel experience in Nigeria as it rolled out over 3,000 brand new luxury buses under its new premium service line. The official launch held in Abuja drew stakeholders from across the transport sector, representatives of cooperative societies and financial partners towards modernizing Nigeria's road transport system through innovation, empowerment and safety.
The Peace Extra Comfort Service marks a new era in the transportation experience, combining comfort, reliability, and innovation to ensure passengers enjoy a stress-free journey. Each bus is equipped with air conditioning, in-bus charging ports, entertainment screen, comfortable workspace seats, and highly trained professional drivers, ensuring a comfortable and peaceful experience throughout the trip.
With the slogan, "Every mile with Peace Extra Comfort feels like peace of mind," the buses are now available across Nigeria, offering travelers a new experience, combining affordability, comfort, and safety in one package. The 2025 Women of Faith of the St. Andrew's Anglican Church, Kubwa, annual retreat and the celebration of ceremonial attire and welfare support system initiative has been held amidst call for women to make positive impacts wherever they found themselves. The retreat, with the theme "Clothed with Strength and Dignity," urges women to rise with courage, serve with kindness, and carry themselves with confidence and relying on God. The event was also an avenue to pause, refresh, and network to grow together in faith while creating memories that will last a lifetime.
It's where we try to bring other people for everyone to stand. So we're now still in her wisdom, our leaders' wisdom.
Getting to know ourselves and, of course, enhancing each other, because that's why all the resource material, so that we can grow.
The idea is that those, the way the life is, some people are passing through some challenges. Our purpose is to be able to meet each other's need.
Outside this regular worship time, how do we come together so that we can have a better bonding, so that we can learn more outside the things that are being taught to us from the pulpits?
We have said we will train some students in the school, especially the St. Andrew's children, that we train them in the school. And then all the people that don't have food to eat and all these things that are in need of food, we will still give them something.
It's a welfare package. That's why we are here, to introduce a new welfare initiative for the group, for the women, for the widows in our midst, and even outside. This welfare will be able to help us organize outreaches.
And that concludes the late night news at 11 on NTA News 24. Thanks for watching. I'm Vivian Izadifi. Bye for now.
Looking like Sambisa Forest, most of our local governments, because nothing good is really happening. All of this money accrued to these various local governments. The monies are there.